I'm Gary, and today we're going to be learning how to do Fakie Tre flips on a fingerboard. Alright, a Fakie Tre flip or a Fakie 360 flip, all it is a Fakie kick flip with a Fakie 360 shove it, just like that. Before you attempt Fakie Tre flips, I recommend that you could Fakie kick flip. But if you can't Fakie kick flip, it's not a big deal, because what happens is, in the Fakie Tre, you're doing a lot of swooping, and it'll just brush off your finger, so you don't really need to know how to kickflip. Okay, first things first, we're going to start off with the finger positioning. Now, let's say this is your average tech deck, alright? Now what you want to do is you want to have your back finger, just like that. You want to have it, if you can see over here at the bottom, it's hanging off right in this little dip. This is very important because you really want to get what's called the swoop motion, and we'll talk about that later. Front finger, you just want to have it like this. You don't want to have it too far on, but you don't want to have it too far off. You just want to have it right here, a little before the middle, just like that. So I'm gonna make sure that you have this finger positioning first. See, you can get the swoop. Okay, to be honest with you, Fakie Tre flips are actually a pretty easy trick. You want to make sure that your fingers are in the finger positioning that I showed you. It'll help if your fingers are curled, so the board has less, it sticks less to your fingers than it flips. So you want to have your fingers in this positioning, and the first step is to roll in Fakie position. You don't want to roll like that. We're doing this Fakie, so you want to roll like that. You want to roll like that, and then you want to pop. That's the second step. You want to pop, and then you want to swoop. Swoop is when you bring your back finger like this. You want to swoop it toward you. See? Just like you would in a Fakie backside shove it, you would want to do the same for the Fakie Tre flip. You want to just pop, but instead of popping straight like that, you want to pop toward you like, Your front finger doesn't really do much. Your front finger just, when it's swooping around, your front finger will just brush like that. Just brush off the deck, and it'll naturally flip. There you go, Fakie Tre flip. Okay, even though the Fakie Tre flip, or even regular Tre flip, is pretty simple, there's a lot of common problems associated with it, so I'll go through the first one with you right now. The main problem for most fingerboarders is their Fakie Tre flips are either too high, too unrealistic looking, and they flip really vertical, like this. You don't want I personally do not like the look of Fakie Tre flips like that. Those Fakie Tre flips, they look way too high and they flip kind of like this. I have no problem with a little bit vertical looking, maybe like that, but at the point where it's just doing kind of like a backflip, you want to avoid that. The main problem there is you're not using the right finger positioning, like that. Should be your real finger positioning. But in the vertical looking flip, their finger positioning is more like this, more like an ollie. Their back finger is too much off the board, so it's not getting the necessary scoop, so it's just gonna go straight. Also, your front finger is too far on it, so it's not gonna brush. If it's this much on the deck, it's just gonna stick with the board, so it's gonna tend to go like that. If your front finger's like that, it'll just go boom, and it'll just lightly brush off the deck, and it'll start to flip. The second most common problem is probably under flipping. See, like that. Now, the reason why it's under flipping is you're having your front finger too far on the deck. Your back finger positioning is fine because the back finger deals with the rotation, but the front finger deals with the flip. And the more your finger is on it, the more contact it'll make with the board, so it's not going to come off as easy, it's not going to flip. The third most common problem, like always, is under rotation. Under rotation is your back finger's fault. If your back finger's like this or like that, you're definitely not going to get the 360 flip rotation. If your back finger's like that and it's hanging off the board, you're going to get that. So you're going to get the nice 360 flip rotation. Okay, I hope you had a good time while watching this tutorial and have fun doing Fakie Tre flips. Once you finish learning Fakie Tre flips, you might even want to try nollie Tre flips or nollie flips or even nollies. You can check out my other trick tips. Also, if you still have trouble with Fakie Tre flips, after watching this, go to www.youtube.com/nakedpanda. That's one word. And watch Ben Mullen's tray flip trick tip.